Welcome back to the north. This spring's agenda. Um, I've got several tanks to get running. Let's see. I've got 330 gallons. Two of them they're all different shapes, really. So I got to make a stand to accommodate all three of them, or at least two of them, and then maybe do something else with the. I have a bow front that I'm thinking of putting down there. But there's no real need for it down there either at the moment. So, yeah. But I got 330 gallons I got to equip. I got a 65 gallon I got to equip. The 65 gallon's going to go upstairs. Pretty sure I'm going to run that upstairs because it's the same make and model as my 90 gallon. Although I've stained it, I can stain up the 90 gallon, change the color of it, make them match. It was an old can of stain though, so good luck finding the same color, but I'm sure I can. Just got to be close, I suppose. Well, yeah, it's the same height, it's the same thickness. It's just 3 feet instead of 4 feet. And otherwise, it's the same thing as the 90. So I need lights, I need filters. I got a heater. I need to build one of these overflows like I did over here. And then I'll put this beside the discus tank. It should look nice because they're the same. I have to get those barrels out of the kitchen somewhere else, and then I got to make sure I got long enough hose to use them for water change. So there's some obstacles. I need the weather to get better so I can get someone over here strong enough to help me carry this up the stairs. So I'm not even going to try and do it myself. I'll break the damn thing. Or myself. It's just too big and awkward. 2 people, no problem. So it's not really terribly heavy. It's just my arms aren't long enough. It's too much for me. I'm getting old. I'm not going to hurt myself. It's glass, for Christ's sake. If I fell, I could kill myself. So I'm not gonna play that game. But yeah, this got to get upstairs in the kitchen, and it'll get there. And for the foreseeable future, these tanks over here, linked into the barrels, they're all just going to be sort of community tank, Oscar. Anything that can live in the same temperature an Oscar can, I'm just going to put them in here and see what I can propagate. Those angels are starting to act like pears upstairs, so we're going to have to get them into a tank soon. I'm probably just going to put them down here, to be honest. It's not a good place to have babies, though, so we'll figure it out. I might have to start moving some of these fish around. But those Honduran red tips, they should get to be 5-6 inch big, and they're about half grown right now. So when they get a little bigger, they're going in the Oscar tank. I think the angelfish could probably coexist in this tank just fine if I brought them back down now. But I'm trying to grow them out, so we're going to leave them with the angels until I get the Hondurans out. And I might have to do something about those Siamese guys. We'll see, though. I think it was the Honduran red tips for giving the angels a hard time. So we're going to have to not put them together. But these polar parrots are small enough that the angels can bully them, so they won't be an issue. We got the 2 polar parrot pairs going up here. There are still babies, but they hide them. I got one pair hiding their bunch up in a cavity up under that fake rock. It's not even real rock, it's plastic mold, and there's a big opening, so it's kind of like a cave for them. Well, And then I got this pair. They got babies too. That's what's going on over here. But they're also hiding their babies, and their babies are up inside the core of this spire here. So they're keeping their babies, like there's a big opening in there, and they're keeping their babies hidden up in there. So we'll just let Mother Nature do its thing. The parents will bring food to the babies, chew it up and spit it out in front of them. I've seen them do it. So I just feed the tank, and I'm gonna let them do their thing. See what happens. But yeah, take a look at that tank. I like these tanks. But take a look at that, and then same dimensions as this one. Park it right there where the barrels are. That's where it's gonna go. I think it's gonna look pretty sweet. Be the same cabinet. Just one door instead of two. And then I'm gonna put a breeding cone or two in there. And then I'll probably seek out a divider so I can cut it in half. Or make something. And make 2 breeding chambers. I'm gonna link that tank into this sump and have it circulating the same water. So it'll be one big system like downstairs. And then I'll have the barrels around the corner for water changes. I'll do all the water changes like I'm doing them now through the main tank. And there'll just be another big body of water off to the side. I won't disturb this tank. I'll just water change out of here. If I need to do more, then I'll do it twice. But I shouldn't need to. My overall volume of water changes will drop. It'll probably drop down to the less than 50% range. But I'll just do them, go back to twice a week. And it won't be an issue. If I link them, I shouldn't need to buy as much equipment. I'm still going to need a filter. But really, I just need to bring them up here. I'm still going to need an Inkbird. I can tear one off these tanks off over on the side. So really, I just got to build the overflow and buy like a $20 sump. I got a bunch of hose downstairs. Hopefully it's intact and not leaky. I got it leak tested that I can cut up, and it's just like the Green Garden hose here, 3/4 inch hose, and that's basically what I've been using to circulate the Oscar tank water and the 65 gallon long down there. So I'm just going to do that here for this breeding tank, and it should work out just fine. I just got to build one of those overflow things. But the next one will probably be cooler, because the first one was kind of, version 1.0, and then the second one's version 2.0, and it's a lot more stable. So I'm going to go with what I did with 2.0, same sump, everything, because it's very stable. Good, like the water speed and everything is perfect. And yeah, it'll be cycling that whole 65 gallon tank probably like 6 times an hour through the sump. I'll have to be very careful that my sump doesn't ever run dry, because 2 tanks will be running off like 25 gallons of sump. But it's just an exchange point, and I think it'll do very well. I could build a separate sump and just put it underneath the 65 gallon, but then there's no need to buy more equipment. If I can just link into the 90, I can really reduce my equipment load, have almost no filtration in the I could actually probably run no filtration in the 65 and just circulate the water through all the filtration in the 90, and there's enough going on over there to deal with it. And that's the plan. Then we'll hatch out our babies in the 65, and we should have pristine conditions at all times, and increasing the overall water volume for all the residents in 90. And turn the 90 into like basically what be 155 gallon aquarium essentially when I link them. So dedicated to discus, and I got 65 gallons of it sectioned off for breeding. I think that's a good deal. So that's what's coming up this spring here in the north. Once I get my butt in gear and start moving stuff around and coming up with ways to spend money. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.